What is your best urban survival tip? Watch out for people with umbrellas. I can't tell you how many times I've had my eyes poked by some twit not paying attention to who is around them. If a tourist, don't openly stand gawking at a map on a street corner, especially in a city with questionable crime rates. If you have to do it, go into a shop or somewhere else a little more discreet. Dress like you have no money to beat out of you. One time I was sitting at a park with about 4 other people sitting within 100 feet of me. A homeless lady starts going up to the other ones asking them for money. She then starts walking towards me, takes a look and just walks away. I'm still not sure if I should have been insulted. If you're white, adopt a Russian accent. Russians are the scariest white people. If one of the subway cars is empty, there is a reason. 2 things you should do every time you have an opportunity: pee and charge your phone. In Brazil or Mexico, hook the pin from a fragmentation grenade to your belt buckle with a metal wire and keep the grenade secured and pinned inside your purse. When a purse snatcher rides by on a scooter and grabs your purse and rides away, you will witness something really entertaining in 4 seconds. Drops purse on accident. F you. Keep your $600 phone in your pocket when walking around strange places. Always have somewhere to be, and act like it. People who meander are the ones who get harassed and or mugged. I also look like I have to be somewhere, and look peed off. Even as a girl, if I look super angry and in a hurry, people steer clear. Heck hath no fury. If charities try to give you candy, don't take it, because it is a tactic for them to make you donate more than the candy is worth. It happens a lot on Toronto and probably other cities more so. If you're riding the train, don't make eye contact with the crazy person. If no one is looking at you, you are the crazy person. Or you're on the London Underground. The British are great at avoiding eye contact with each other. If every other store you pass is a check cashing store or liquor store, you may want to leave that neighborhood. Verizon and AT&T stores are a good sign. Boost Mobile and Metro PCS are a bad sign. You know those kids selling M&Ms for their basketball team? There are a couple mean dudes in a van that drop them off around the city. The kids don't get new sneakers or jerseys. There is no basketball team. Seems obvious, but I've seen lots of people give them money. If you get arrested, you shut your damn dirty W mouth until your lawyer arrives. Even if they ask you if you want a soda, just look at your feet. Shut the frick up and say nothing. This is good generally, but you actually do want to say something. I do not want to answer any questions, and I want a lawyer. Listen to your gut. At night, stay in well-lit areas. If you're walking around a busy city, and all of a sudden you're all by yourself, get back towards the crowds. You only asked for one, but hey, I have little else to do. Keep a PDF of mass transit maps stored locally on your phone. Remember that eye contact with beggars is an invitation to them. Get an umbrella with wind vents. When it rains, you should make sure to have shoes that handle walking on wet marble well. I am looking at you. Civic Center Station, San Francisco. Grand Central Station and NYC had this issue too. There's a special kind of back pain that comes from that little slip step when you go from wet concrete to wet marble. If you are not familiar with them, galoshes are amazing and will preserve your nice shoes. If you are a lady, wear sneakers and carry your nice heels while commuting. Not only will you not break the heels of your shoes on any number of imperfect urban surfaces, you also won't irritate everyone behind you on an escalator. If you enjoy going to bars and closing them out, make sure to check the mass transit closing times in your region. I have a lot of friends who have to ditch the bar and scramble a little after midnight. Always aim to take the second to last train before a line shuts down. Puts a little cushion between you and an expensive cab ride or a terrible night's sleep on a bench. When in doubt, pair your wine and cheese by region. Doesn't always work, but it's a nice rule of thumb. Cab drivers are amazing fonts of info about neighborhoods. I always ask them questions like, if you could live anywhere in the city, where would you? They often know about up and coming places. Also, if you are in a strange town and want to have some fun, they will usually be able to help guide you, better than a concierge at a hotel too. When in a strange neighborhood, take notice of the conditions of the cars parked on the street. That should give you a notion of the economic status of a neighborhood. Many supermarkets have a no-hassle policy towards shoplifters. Bricks of cheese and bags of lentils will fit in the pocket of a large coat fairly well. Also make sure to purchase something on your way out. You are less suspicious if you are waiting patiently in line to make your purchase. Don't steal expensive things like wine, just go for a couple small pocket items at first to get a sense of a chain's security policy. When purchasing street drugs, have a target price and put that money in one pocket, then have a little extra money in another pocket in case you need throw in more. Nothing worse than the small talk with a street dealer while you try to clandestinely count out money in front of them. Ask a streetwalker how much they would be willing to go bareback for. If they name any amount of money, then you should likely keep moving, unless they are clearly displaying signs of the same STD that you carry. Do not drain a corpse's blood anywhere inside your own home. Public libraries usually have free Wi-Fi. If you pay for a single newspaper, you can take all of the newspapers and sell them for drug money. Also, get a syringe from the pharmacy and fill it with blood. If somebody tries to attack you, wave it around and say it's full of AIDS blood. If you live somewhere with guns, it won't work. But anywhere else, even the most cocky martial arts guy won't frick with it. Don't photograph on the train tracks. It's tacky, overdone, and pretty freaking dangerous. Walk rapidly and with a purpose, with your head up, chest out and shoulders back, like you know where you are, where you're going, and that you know 100 ways to kill the people around you in hand-to-hand combat. Less people will hassle you to sign petitions, or for spare change. It also may help prevent you from getting mugged. Also, try to know 100 ways to kill the people around you. When you're walking and someone asks you for money, say crap, I was about to ask you the same thing. I hitchhiked a lot when I was younger, all over Europe, mostly on a super low budget. Imagine you step out of the car in the middle of the night in Paris, escorts on the street etc., in a shady neighborhood, and you want to crash sleep for the night. I always would try to find little buildings with a flat roof, electricity transformation houses etc. Climb on top of the roof and crash sleep, having a sleeping bag with me, 1000 times safer, than crashing somewhere in a park bench etc. No one would see or bug me, and getting some good sleep. Also a nice escape vanishing trick, in case something bad is following you. If you are a tourist in Amsterdam, just look left and right before you cross the street, even if you put one toe on the street. I cycle every day for work, and almost every day, I have this bloody tourist walking on the bicycle lane, or crossing the street without looking left-right. Most of the time, I just zip by fast, but gave someone almost a heart attack a few weeks ago, or they jump half a meter into the air. So promised I myself to use my bicycle bell more often, but to be honest, people on bikes in Amsterdam are getting so annoyed about spaced out tourist. We have something like, well, you better learn quick here. Put a bus ticket, or a few, in your phone case. You'll forget about them until you desperately need to use them because your dumb butt forgot to renew your bus pass. On the escalator, stand right, walk left. You will survive when I don't run you over trying to catch my train. We did this in South Korea, and people did this so well that it broke escalators. Too much weight on right side only. Now public is encouraged to not just stand on the right side. If you see a sign that says beware of pickpockets, do not instinctively pat the pocket with your wallet. Usually the sign is out there by the pickpockets to see where your wallet is. Keep your eyes and ears open. Have situational awareness. Keep your mouth shut. In a large city, chances are you will run into someone who is either crazy and or high. Do you really want to endanger yourself by arguing with them? Don't travel alone at night in areas you are unfamiliar with. Don't walk around like you have a lot of money. Walk with a sense of purpose even if lost. If driving, keep your doors locked and don't leave your windows rolled all the way down. When parked, make sure you don't have anything of value that can be seen from the outside. Even something like $1 or coins could tempt someone to break window. Subways and buses are cheap ways to move around. You can usually find decent and cheap food in more ethnic areas. Just have to know where to look. What's with everyone in this thread saying to avoid pavement gum? I've been living in Chicago for 15 years and I have to say the pavement gum here is among the finest in the country. Buy lots of non-perishable food and bottled water so if your city experiences long periods of power outage and or natural disasters you'll be prepared. Look around you, be aware. Travel with a squad. Squad save lives when walking somewhere at night. Also, make sure you have a full squad. You need at least one medic, one engineer, one recon, and one support. If you decide to have a cigarette, wait until you're alone to get one out. Otherwise, if you pull that pack out and the hoodrats see you, they will make you share. Act like you belong there and have been doing it your whole life. Don't walk in streets, that way you avoid getting hit by cars. So that's where I've been going wrong all these years. Carry an AR-15 around in plain sight and if anyone talks to you, scream, "Am I being detained?" Discarded pizza boxes are an inexpensive source of cheese. Don't take urban survival tips from Reddit. But then, with that logic, I shouldn't take this tip, so I should take tips from this thread. I call it my city face, sunglasses where you can't see my eyeballs, earbuds that may or may not have music playing in them, deadpan expression while walking with purpose, no one will bother you for anything. That's because your dong is hanging out between your zipper. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.